Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It's Thursday, March 21st. So I thought today we'd talk a little bit about, if you haven't had a chance to watch my video yesterday, sometimes we can't fix everything. And that's a lot about life too. So stay tuned. Alright, so welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric. This is the weekday show. If this is the first time you're seeing it, welcome aboard. And what we try to do is a little bit of everything. Everything from repairs to personal growth to running a business or starting a business. But with yesterday's video on the walk behind weed trimmer, it's more about life than it is about the trimmer, right? See, being a repairman is a lot like your personal life. You don't know what the next thing is that's going to walk through the door, the next challenge, or the next issue. But inside, you remain hopeful that you can overcome that challenge. And in this case, fix whatever the customer brings through that door. But that's not always the case, is it? For you guys that run repair shops or run a business, there's times where you just cannot fix. I mean, you can, but at what cost? Because the main goal of a repair shop is to make money, right? And to also have happy customers. And you aren't always going to be able to succeed at both. In the case of the walk behind trimmer, the costs are prohibitive of what it would cost to fix it versus just stopping where you're at. Because the old girl, she been beat right to the ground. So what do we do in life when we come upon a challenge that we can't fix? Do we continue to keep trying to do something to fix it or make it better? And at what cost? And the cost could be emotional, financial, right? But the process needs to be the same, in life and in the repair shop. Every challenge you meet, you look at, and you are the investigator. You have to figure out what actually is going on. And sometimes doing nothing is more helpful than doing something. See, that's one of the biggest problems a lot of people have, and I used to have that in my younger years, and that was jumping head first into the pond of water that you don't know if it's shallow or not, right? Neck injury. But yet, many of us do. So what you need to do is you need to break that down and pretend you're the investigator. Whether it's that challenge in life or it's that repair job that just came through. The first thing you want to do is you want to take a visually walk around it, look at all angles, look at a problem or challenges in your life, look at all the different angles, look at all the different people and what parts they're playing. Before coming to a conclusion. Because if you don't, and you misread someone and their part, you can make it so much worse. And, you know, the old saying is, can't get any worse. Oh, yes it can, especially if you're helping it. And that's why I say sometimes doing nothing is doing a lot. When it came to that trimmer, you know, even without the bump head area, bump head mechanic in the front, the mechanism, even if that was solid, would it still be financially feasible to replace the engine or rebuild it? And some would say yes. But then again, before you say yes, you want to research what are the parts that I need, how much labor is going to be involved, and the sum of the labor and the parts. What does that equal that your customer is going to have to pay, and will they be happy? Because that's what the goal of us are for the most part, right? Is to be happy and to make other people happy. And in some cases in life, you can't, well, not some cases, all cases, you can't make anybody feel anything. Okay? That's all in their wheelhouse. But we do like to see people enjoying life with us at the same time, right? So we try to do stuff that's going to make their life a little easier. You know, helping hand here or there, what have you. But if I went ahead, because there's two ways of doing this. Once I had no compression on that motor, I was done. But I wanted to be a teachable moment that you can't fix all repair jobs that come through that door. You can, but at what cost? Because you got two thoughts that are taking place. Do I fix it or do I stop? Fixing it, ballpark, would probably cost him a couple $100 for the engine, another $150 for that, so there's $350. You can go buy a brand new walk behind trimmer for like $315 to $350, brand new with a warranty. Sorry, mine doesn't come with a warranty on everything. I just fix things. If it's under warranty and it comes to me, all right. But looking at this unit, the owner didn't take very good care of it. And looks like they just run it until it died. And then had somebody try to fix it. But that's kind of like a lot of, about like what life is all about. And that is, sometimes you just need to stop. Say uncle. You have to weigh it out to see, is what I'm doing going to be beneficial? Or is there a better way? Or have my time be better spent on something else? Because I've seen people, you know, continue to beat a dead horse. I'm sorry about the allergy, but it is. I've seen people just continually beat a dead horse, you know, and same end result comes out, that they keep going over and over. They can't let go. They can't just leave it alone. It's in the past. Move forward. It's history. So why do you have to keep bringing it up into the forefront again? Because up until now, every time you've tried to do something to it, it's failed. Because it's what we call non-fixable. It'd be like that motor block, the actual engine where it made connecting rod let loose and went right through the side of the block on that Kawasaki. Was it fixable? Yeah, but at what expense? And we found a more viable option for the owner of that unit than to replace it. See, even that owner had gone out and bought a brand new John Deere, a little bit smaller than what he had, with a snowblower and a mower deck. And he said it set him back over 10 grand. And he liked his older mower anyways. It was a bigger, more comfortable, wider stance. And had he said he wanted to fix it so he could sell it, we probably wouldn't have pushed him towards what we call a Frankenstein build. But if it's simply he wants it to be able to use it and keep it, and use it for the most part, and then have the other one as a backup, we found him an engine, one that would work. We didn't fix, per se, the engine, but we did come up with a solution for the customer that also made the shop some money. So that made it a win-win. Because if you watch any of my videos, you'll know that I'm not too keen on a Frankenstein machine. If someone came to me and tried to sell me a Frankenstein machine, and the Frankenstein machine it's not original. Somebody has taken one brand of engine off, put a different brand of engine on, swapped decks, so that when you try to go look up parts, you don't know what you're going to find, especially when it comes to belts and stuff, because people have changed so much stuff on stuff. So sometimes it's just simply telling your customer that this is not fixable, but you still have a good alternative. And that good alternative could be you have a second-hand walk-behind weed trimmer that's a little older, out of warranty, but still it runs, it drives, it does everything it's supposed to do. And you can put him in it for $120, and that's less than what he would have paid just for the bump head on his unit, let alone the engine. And had the bump head been really good, we might have thought about, through Harbor Freight, they have the Predator. It's the mower, push mower engine, but they use them on the weed trimmers and some whiz splitters. But those are $219 plus tax. So when you get close to that, I can go get it new for X number of dollars versus trying to fix it. If you can, as an individual, whether it's in life or in business, give your customer or your friend an alternative that will have the same end results of accomplishing the task that they set out to do, and that's trimming the weeds around their trees, brush, and so forth, it's still a win-win, right? Your customer's going to like you better if you try to find something that will help them. And what helps them is when you're honest with them and you tell them, look, it's just not worth fixing. It really is not. You're looking at a cable, you're looking at a motor, and you're looking at a bump knob, a bump head unit for that walk behind. And by the time you figure that in, plus my labor, you will have money in your bank left over after you go buy a brand new one versus standing here telling me you love that push bar or that walk behind trimmer. So I'm going to start wrapping this up. Sometimes doing nothing is farther ahead than doing something. The end result is, whether in business or in life, knowing when to stop and knowing when to find an alternative way of doing something becomes paramount. And you have to be that investigator. You have to look at all sides, right? You have to look at what the unit is and the visual of it. And in life, looking at all aspects of the issue and the people, the players that are in it before coming to any conclusion. Because a lot of times if you jump to this certain conclusion, it's usually wrong, right? So instead of leaping first, investigate first. Just don't feel that you have to fix everything. Because you can't fix everything, whether it's the shop or in business. And in our case with the customer, he's going to get billed $40 and for a non-fixable unit. And he'll be happy with the $40 versus a bill for $400 and something if we did a complete tear down or bought all new. And then on the other subject I want to talk quickly about, as you guys have been commenting, because I haven't checked, is the uptick in prices of riders at your big box stores. All I can tell you is if you're running a repair shop, this is good for you. Because if those units are going up and your customers have less disposable income, then good chances are they're going to try to limp their old one through one more year. And that means one more year that you get to have it come through the repair shop. Because when things are really good and the prices are lower, a lot of customers will just replace it. And when they replace it, they don't want their old mower fixed or serviced or anything. They just either they junk it or they peddle it on Facebook Marketplace or something like that, and then go with a brand new one. Because there's very few places, unless it's a higher end unit, that they're going to take it as a trade-in. So I remain hopeful that this year will be good for all of us in the repair business, because people would rather get repairs done than pay those higher prices. So on that note, you guys have a great Thursday. Enjoy life. Life is too short. And we'll catch you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Thanks so much for watching.